don't know how to describe this video. I really don't. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You came back. In this week's video, what I have for you is a video where I walk my daughter through doing her nails for the first time. I've done her nails for her one time before in the past, but she has never done them for herself. So if that is something that you're into seeing, go ahead and stick around and let's get into it. So here is Maya's beautiful hand, and the color we are going to use today is glisten mixed with clear because she really wanted like a clear or glittery kind of color. And then we are going to use Virgo and Gem's liquids as per usual. And then we're going to use Adrada's clear dip powder to cap them in. All right, let's do this. Yeah, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab the base. Base coat. Yes, step one, base coat. All right, go ahead and open that bottle. Let's do this. Oh, and you're going to want to open your dip powder also. Nope, that's clear. Just the color, which is the smaller bottle. Smaller jar. Why do I call them bottles?
I'm not sure, Rachel. Okay.
So there's the jar and the... Oh, God, okay.
What? Am I doing it wrong?
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Let's move this over just a little bit so it's a little more...
To tell me these.
No, you're fine. I don't think you're going to have to pat it down, but let's open the baggie just in case. Have you ever built an Apex before? No.
I'm not sure that I have.
Okay, so let me... Oh, wait. You're going to take the brush and you're just going to make... It's fine. That's fine. You're gonna need to do it in the camera.
God.
Scoot up more. There. You're just gonna do one strip down the middle. I wouldn't have done it so close to the cuticle, but that's okay. It's alright. It's alright. Go ahead and dip that in the jar. Just do that one strip for now.
It's like diagonally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I have to more?
Nope, that's good. Okay. So, you always want to put the brush back into the bottle after you, so you'll take the brush, you'll swipe it down your nail. This is good.
Yeah.
You take the brush, you'll swipe it down your nail, and then put the brush back into the bottle, and then you can pick up the jar and you can hold it at like an angle and dip into it.
That's better. That's
Yeah.
a lot less awkward.
It is less awkward.
Yeah.
So, this is fine. If you want to right now, you could tap it down with the baggie, which here's how I do. Tap it down with the baggie. Because it's glitter and sometimes the glitters like stand up, you can like tap it down like this.
Oh, that makes sense.
That way the glitters lay more flat. It might have been too long, it might be dry by now, but it's okay, it's just your thumb. We'll get it better on the next one.
I'm still gonna go in, because that's a good idea. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not dry though.
It's not quite dry?
Yeah, so
That's
I mean
good.
it's moldable. Or I mean I'm not trying to mold it necessarily, I'm trying to like...
Tap it down. It's good, it's good, it's good. Alright. And then we can move on to the next finger. So when you're doing your strip down the middle, I would leave it, you know, like a quarter of the way from your cuticle. If you broke your nail into fours,
Okay.
I would leave it like go 2/3 of the way down your nail. Okay, make sure you're in the camera. Up a little bit more. Up, up, up. No, move your hand up. There you go. That's good. That's good. That's good.
So like here
A
probably?
little closer to the other side, the end of your finger. There you go. And there you go. Perfect. Now put the brush back in the jar. Perfect. You don't have to shove it, you can just put it in there. And then, yes, at an angle. Good. And dip it all the way down. Just go all the way to your cuticle. Perfect. And then back out. Wonderful. And then tap it down with the baggie. Easy enough, right?
Yeah. Is the like only doing it down the center, is that just with
It's to give your nail a more natural curve.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's gonna be okay. You don't know what it's gonna look like when you... So when you tap down with the baggie, you just want to like full finger palm it down. Just, and roll.
Okay.
Instead of like tap, tap,
That
tap,
makes
tap.
sense.
Which,
Should I try to do that?
try
now?
to do it again, yeah. Just full finger. Just smush it. Smush good. There you go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There you
okay.
go.
Good.
There you
Yay.
go. Yeah. Alright. So
All
is
right.
it next?
And then we can just move on to the next finger. We'll go back and dust them off after we've gone through all of your fingers. It's okay. I bump it all the time. Perfect. Good. Lovely. Sometimes I will like tap my finger with my other hand just to get some of the, yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah,
you go.
that makes sense.
Right, next finger. We're getting there, we're doing it.
We
doing it to him. You're doing really good staying in the camera too, by the way.
That one's a little more up than I
That's okay.
intended.
That's quite alright. The good news is you're using a glitter, which is so forgiving compared to like a flat color. So
There's probably gonna be some on my skin, but that's okay.
that's what the toothpicks are for. So go ahead and tap it off with your other finger. Go ahead and grab the toothpick and just make sure you have it off of your skin.
Should I?
And keep that away from the jar, just wipe it off on the paper towel. You can just take the toothpick
Yeah.
and get it off your skin and then wipe it on the paper towel.
Okay.
And then
I
make
don't
sure,
have to
okay,
take
your
the glitter
cuticle's
off.
good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. So there's.
And then you want to get your baggie when you're done doing that part. It looks crazy, but I promise you when you dust it off, it won't look
No, I
crazy.
don't. Yeah.
And then pinky.
Nice.
That was good that you turned the brush to the side, so you used the more narrow side. Very forward thinking.
I'll fix that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that'll
take
be okay.
that. That's okay. You can take the toothpick and you can just fix the right around the cuticle, and it'll be fine when you dust it off. And you're gonna do another dip too, so you don't really have to. If it's not perfect, it's gonna be okay. I promise.
That's probably fine for
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so take the fluffy brush. Always on the first pass, I always use the fluffy brush and just dust every nail off. And you don't have to do it into the jar. Usually I don't, in case any chunks go in there. Yes, looking good, looking good. It's good. Okay.
All right.
So with your next pass, you're just gonna try and cover your entire nail.
Okay.
And then we're gonna see how that looks, and we may do one more dip of the glitter, or we might just go to clear after that, seeing how it looks. So, okay,
That was a little more.
that's all right. Go ahead and paint that on, and then I will give you instructions on your next nail. Did you paint the whole nail, even where you already have the dip powder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is that
Okay.
Is that
Yep.
okay?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and dip.
It's fine.
I want to see how it turns out.
It's not a problem. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. If you tilt the jar more, you'll be able to get your finger in there easier. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another dip, which is fine. Take the toothpick. If you're gonna, so when you do the toothpick close to your skin, you want to like kind of hold the toothpick away. That way you can
On
get.
the other side,
That way you can get closest to.
like that. Is that
Yeah.
what you mean?
It's gonna be okay. We're gonna do another dip.
What?
And also with filing, you'll get a lot of that gunk off too.
Okay. Just,
So
like,
don't even worry about it.
Okay. I think that's probably okay for
Yeah, it's okay. You can tap it down with the bag if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my suggestion when you use the base brush. You kind of want to push it towards, so here you want to, I'm going to use a toothpick for an example. So you want to like put it close to your finger like this, and then you want to push towards your cuticle and then pull back. That way you can get close to your cuticle without, instead of just putting it here and pulling away, because you'll either get too close or too far away from your cuticle. But if you push towards it with the brush first, you'll be able to get closer to your cuticle.
So it like covers it all.
So it covers the whole nail, yes.
It doesn't like bunch up with the cuticle.
Exactly. Okay, so let's do your pointer finger.
So the whole nail line.
Yes. Make sure you tilt the jar just a little bit more the other way, towards your hand. Yep, that way. Perfect. That's good. And then dip into it. See how much further you can get your finger in there.
True.
And then just tap it off. That's fantastic. You did a good job covering it that time.
Much better.
Yes.
That
All right.
one, yeah, I don't know why that looks like all the way.
It's okay. Sometimes, I don't know, you don't put enough base on and it like dries out or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can tap it down with the bag if you want. In the camera. Up a little more. Move your hand up. There you go.
Okay, so use the toothpick.
Yeah, you can use the toothpick. I think you're like pushing too hard and you're like moving it out a little
so
too much.
lighter.
So use lighter pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
So how?
So lean the toothpick like this, like away from your, yep. Like you kind of want to put pressure on your skin and then just run it right along. There you go, perfect. And some of that will get cleaned up with buffing too. If it's not perfect, trust me, it'll be okay. I've had some shit before that I have been able to clean up. Perfect. Looks really good.
Our one's much better.
Yeah,
We'll fix
it's
the
alright.
thumb.
Nobody looks at your thumbs anyway.
Yeah.
Next nail. Just push it right. You're going to try and push it closer to your cuticle at the bottom there. You're going to come like within like a hair's length. You want to try and come within a hair's length of your cuticle.
Okay.
There you go. Yep, that was great. Perfect. Go ahead and dip. Alright, let's try and use the baggie just more gently.
Yeah, lighter pressure.
Yes.
Editing this video is gonna be fun for you.
And it's fun already.
Ooh, man, the edge, the corner, no! That is a terrible
It's gonna be
one.
okay, I promise.
Okay. Okay, well that kind of like messed it up on that.
Here, let me show you just so you can feel how my finger goes.
Okay.
So like if I was doing it, I'd do this.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
I know is a
no,
little
that- no, that
different than
makes
what I
sense.
told you, but that's the kind of pressure. I don't know. How would
Okay.
you describe that kind of pressure so that people can know? Because I don't know how to describe it.
Just like evenly patting it down lightly. I don't know. It's kind of like pressing it to the edges, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
How would
what's
you feel?
happening.
How do you feel like mine was different from the way you were doing it? Or do you feel like it was different?
Well, you described it as like one solid So I was trying to do it in like as little as possible, like as like, I don't know, like cover as much nail as possible with one like solid push, which is not what I'm supposed to be doing apparently.
Well, I mean, it's true. Facts. I did tell you to do that, and that's not what you should do.
I mean, that wasn't necessarily like the motive, because I was just trying to like push it.
I feel like because the first time you were pushing on it,
yeah,
you were like doing too many quick like taps, and it was coming like wavy, lumpy. So I figured the one solid movement would work better, which was not.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna try little taps of. Was it lighter pressure than the very first time? Because when you were doing it kind of more wavy, or
Well, the light pressure was like super light taps, because I thought that would like
the first time that's what you were doing.
Yeah, because I thought it would like smooth it out better, but
so the way I was doing it was firmer pressure of light taps.
Yeah, I don't even know
what I'm talking about. It's gonna be okay.
Just even it out, just smooth it out.
Yeah, just smooth it out. That's a good nail, though. That nail looks really good.
Far,
it looks great.
They're getting better as we go.
Yay!
That's the goal.
Okay, let's go again. Your other hand's gonna look even better. Considering this is like the first time. Oh, moving to the camera. This is like the first time you've done this by yourself. Because I've done it for you one time. One time I've done it for you, but you've never actually done this yourself before.
Yeah.
So I think you're doing fucking amazing. Personally.
I'm gonna get a little bit more close to the cuticle.
Yeah, do it.
Let's go.
Make sure you tilt it. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Oop, this one's gonna be good too. I can tell. I can see it.
I sense it. Oh yeah, look at that.
Wonderful.
Oh wait, let's do the bag thing. Look at that.
That's over there. The bag thing helps, especially with chunkier glitters like this. We probably could not tap this down.
Yeah,
but
true.
It does make them like lay better, which is in the long run going to be better. There you go. It's good.
It's probably okay.
Yeah. Then use the toothpick if you need to clean up.
Just to.
I'm telling you, this is the other thing. You're being like a champ right now because it is hard to do your nails that far away. Like,
oh yeah,
so much
like,
easier to see
here.
like close up to your face. So it's not easy doing them the way you're doing them either. All right,
next.
Pinky.
Okay. Oh, this is an awkward nail.
Scoot up a little bit more. Pinkies are so hard, they're so small.
True. Oh, I got a little bit closer to the cuticle than I intended. It should be fine.
It should be fine because you can clean it up with the toothpick. It's always better to get closer to the cuticle and then clean it up with the toothpick, I say.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Put the Adrada on top of your hip.
Okay. Yeah, this one needs to be cleaned up, but it's alright.
Not bad. Tap it down with the bag.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
It's okay.
That might even it out a little.
Yeah.
Which is what I want, so.
Moving it up a little bit.
Like, I don't know, maybe like
That looks good, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stuff. White nails, fun. Okay.
So take the fluffy brush and start with your thumb and dust it off in the camera. Oh, they look so good. Do you think they need another dip, or your thumb definitely does? Let's
I
do your
know
thumb.
my thumb does.
I think they could be fine with, because we're gonna dip clear over them, so you can file and buff without messing them up.
Let me do my thumb.
Yeah, do your thumb. I think the rest of your fingers are fine, other than your thumb.
Yeah,
personally,
I kind of think so too. Because like if I did another one, it would just look like white. It would look
right.
like white nails.
Exactly.
Which I mean, that wouldn't be.
It will.
Bad,
the
but...
whiteness will come, like, will knock out a little bit more once you activate too.
Yeah, no.
Because you see how
true.
it gets clearer once you put the base on.
I remember that with the swatches.
Yes.
It is windy.
It's super windy. Make sure to tilt it. Yep, real good. That way you can get all the way in there, all the way to your cuticle. There you go. Good.
Much better.
Okay. Super good. Okay, pat it down with the baggie. Yikes, dude. It is super windy. In the camera. I know you keep forgetting. It's fine.
I'm not in the habit of YouTube.
It's okay.
That's alright.
It's gonna be alright. Lighter pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I was going too hard.
That's okay. It's gonna be fine.
This
Promise.
is good now. No, it's alright. Clean it up.
Looks good to me. Okay, so put the cap on that because I think we're just gonna go to, not on the base, on the glitter. I just want to give your thumb a second to dry before we dust it off. And then go ahead and grab the clear. And then go ahead and dust off your thumb because it's probably been enough time now. Beautiful, looks good. All right, and we will dip into the clear. This is a clear that I use for glitters, so that's why I'm totally fine dipping into it. If you do not have a glitter clear, I recommend always having one for your solids and one for your glitters because this will get glitter in it, period. Like there's nothing you can do about it. All right, so go ahead and grab the base. We're just gonna do a full dip like you did the second dip.
Okay.
On all nails into the clear. And this is a little bit of a wider of a jar, so you want to kind of be careful when you're tilting it a little bit, but you still kind of want to tilt it.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah. When you're doing like solid colors, you want to be like super careful when you're going around your cuticle and your sidewalls, but when you're doing clear, man, it is going to be okay because you can file and buff and it won't look crazy, I promise. Most important thing with clear is to try and get everywhere. Cap your sides, cap your top, all that stuff. Cap your sides, cap your top. You don't know what that means. That just means to make sure to cover it. Perfect. Good dip, good dip, good dip.
Good.
Tap it off. And then if you need to clean up with a toothpick. Well, it looks pretty good to me, but...
I think it looks pretty good too. I just want to like even it out maybe. On the edges.
Move it up a little bit. Move your hand up a little bit. Perfect.
Okay.
On to the next one.
Shaky
What?
hands. Oh, shaky hands.
That's okay. We should have gave you some caffeine.
You should have given me caffeine.
I mean, it would have helped your hands be more steady.
What?
Or is it the caffeine?
I mean, I had a monster. That might
Oh.
be why my hands are shaking.
That might be why.
It's okay. Or I'm just like, my hands are shaky. I'm a shaky hands person.
It's okay.
They exist. We exist.
Yeah. Looks good. Look how good
Look
you're
at that
doing.
one.
It looks
That
so
one's nice.
good. I love it. You're doing a good job.
I know it's not going to turn out white, but I kind of like the way the white nails are looking. I'm not
White
gonna
nails
lie.
are classic.
They really are.
They're like timeless.
They go with basically everything too.
Totally. All right, next nail. You're doing good. Move up a little bit. There you go. And just, you know, an FYI, you can dip faster than that. I feel like you like going slower, which is
I don't
totally
know. That's just
fine.
that's just how I naturally go. I don't know.
Which is totally fine too. If you had a faster drying liquid, it could be a problem. Fortunately, Virgo and Gem are very newbie friendly. They're good liquids.
That's good.
They don't dry quickly. They're great. So you can take your time and dip slowly if you'd like to, and it's actually quite satisfying to watch personally, I feel like. I don't know how everybody else is feeling, but move up a little bit.
It's good to know that like quicker drying liquids are not for beginners.
No.
In that way.
Absolutely not. I would say quicker dryer liquids are not for anybody, but also
Oh my goodness.
especially not for beginners, for sure. It's gonna be okay. If you got it on your skin, you can just clean it up with a toothpick. Totally fine.
You're right.
Of course I'm right, I'm always right.
Yep. It's not too bad either.
No, it's good.
Yeah, no, it's been
It's
like
good.
on the edge.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it didn't even come off on the paper towel.
Roll it. There you go.
It's an outrage.
You can't just like touch it down. You gotta like
Yeah.
roll it because it will just like move to the other side of the toothpick, which is so dumb.
There we go.
There you go.
That's satisfying as fuck.
Isn't it? I
Yeah.
know, right?
Like, if I don't know, it's like it's so disgusting, but it feels like scraping stuff out from under your nails. Like if they're dirty,
Also
like
satisfying.
it's so disgusting. But
You're
it's
so
good.
nasty.
Well,
You're
I mean,
nasty. No, I'm just
when
kidding.
they're dirty, they have to be dirty first. Oh
Scooch up. There you go.
my goodness. Okay, yeah.
I know.
I'll make sure to try to do it over the.
Over the jars.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's like a reference point, I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't usually recommend working over your jar, but it is a good
It
reference
won't.
point for. Most people aren't filming while they're doing their nails,
Yeah.
so, which means it's much more difficult and stuff, things in the stuff,
Yes.
all of that.
Are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you.
Oh.
I'm laughing at our dynamic.
Oh,
Like,
just in
people-
general.
People are gonna think we're weird.
yeah.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness. Very small hair on
God damn it, Bailey.
it. I think it's just a piece of like wood.
Just dust,
A
fluff,
wood, like a wood shit. Yeah, I don't even know. It's annoying.
Piece
though,
of
to see it.
paper towel. Yeah.
It might be a piece of paper towel.
Damn, it's like super windy.
Very much so. I think I might file the edge of that down.
Don't
a
worry,
little bit.
we will.
Yeah.
We'll get there. It'll be
just
fine.
That sounds like basically I'm gonna give up trying to scrape it off right now.
No, yeah, just leave it. It's fine. Okay, go ahead and put the cap back on the clear. And then we're just gonna use the fluffy brush. Like, I do recommend using a firmer brush, that blue brush most of the time. But I feel like with your nails, I don't know, I want to use the fluffy brush.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know why. Because I can't feel it myself, so I don't know how dry it is, and I'm afraid you're gonna fuck it up. So, not you are gonna fuck it up, that it's going to get fucked up, I should say.
No, you know? I understand.
Because I can't see it or feel it myself. So I'm like,
worry.
be safe, use a fluffy.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
When in doubt, use a fluffy brush because it will not fuck your nail up. But if you use a hard brush, it will fuck your nail up. Okay, put the cap all the way on the base so that we don't spill it. Then you're going to grab the activator. Activator! That is activator, good job. Way to show it. Okay, and then you just want to like, you are true. It's in your blood. Go ahead and just put like a generous amount of activator. Just slop it. Just slop it on there all over. Slop it. No, bitch. Slop that shit.
I said slop.
You're like, this is me slopping.
I'm slopping. Okay.
I will go a second pass because I don't know that you got the whole nail. You want to make sure you get every fucking inch of the nail because you're going to be filing and buffing. And if you didn't get somewhere, it will gunk up and you'll mess the nail up. So just make sure you get every part of it. All the edges. Make sure you get the top. It's the top I'm actually nervous about. I don't know that you got the top real good. You probably did. I don't know. I can't feel it, so I don't know.
I get it. It's okay.
And then you just want to do that for every nail. You don't need to brush off on the side. Just you can't use too much activator. I've actually heard that using too much activator can make your nails chip and crack, but I never have problems with chipping and cracking, not for the most part. So, what?
I mean,
I use a lot of
activator.
Like
coconut oil soaks and stuff like that.
I do though. But that doesn't have to do with the dip. Doing a great job. Very proud of you.
Thank you. Make sure it gets
really soaked?
Yeah.
Good job. See? You're falling in love with the activator. It feels like cool on your skin.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I remember
like the way it feels.
When I was helping you guys out with the mass amount of swatching, like that was probably my favorite part.
I really like this color on you too.
I do too, actually.
It actually looks really cute.
It's simple and like, I don't know, because I have super short nails, so I didn't want it to be like too bold because I don't really like the fact that I have short nails.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the dip powder is gonna help it grow out a lot. I don't know. Basically, it's not too flashy, but still like nice. I don't know.
Very nice. Okay, go ahead and put the cap back on the activator. We're gonna let those sit for a minute so we can make sure they're nice and firm, and then we will file and buff.
A few minutes later.
Okay, ready to file?
I am.
Okay, so what you have there for filing, we have a 100, 180 grit file, and then we have a 240, 400 grit file. The 100, 180 we're gonna use to shape and go around the cuticles and make sure everything is touched up, and then the other one we're gonna use for more of like buffing and stuff like that. So let's get started with the 100, 180. Go ahead and grab that one. Yes. Start with your thumb. So I like to start like straight across the top and make sure that the top is nice and how I want it to be straight.
I'm really not that good at shaping, so I'm just gonna go evenness, I guess.
Which, that's great. I mean, when your nails are this short, really just like making sure that the top is flat.
Yeah.
And then touching your sides up to try and make them to just be like kind of flush with each other while tilting them inward a little bit, which is kind of what you're just naturally doing right there.
Yeah, I like that's like for the like the small amount of experience that I have shaping my nails. That is one of the things that I like doing.
Is to bring them in a little bit at the top.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
and
you
then
look down.
so that's really all you want to do on the sides there. That's okay.
Okay, no, like for this?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Wait, let me see it a little.
How would you do it?
I'm not like picking it
No,
apart.
you're fine. I'm honestly, I want to know, like,
So
I'm okay with criticism right now because
I feel like your nails are really short, so it's fine. But for me, this is like a little uneven. Like I'd bring this side down a little bit more. In the camera.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I totally
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So also, this is the 100 side. This is the 180 side. I tend to lean more towards the 180 because I find it to be gentler on your, yeah. So like I only use like the 100 side for like some shit just fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like I really need to do some work. But other than that, I basically always use the 100 side because it's softer, it's easier, it goes slower, it's nicer to your nails, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the wind.
It's just the wind down.
I know that wind's like. Ooh. And like on your natural nails, I wouldn't recommend going back and forth like that, but it's totally fine on dip powder because the dip powder is protecting your nails, so it's totally fine if you want to go back and forth. Yes, I think that's great. You're doing really, really good. So sometimes I will make sure, I'm just gonna say it, like I think that your nail is shaped really well right now. It's kind of like a good natural, I'm just gonna come around, sorry. But I would always make sure that like right here, you see how it kind of bumps out a little bit? I would just make sure, I'm not gonna file for you, but I'll show you what I'm doing. That like right there, it's kind of even. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like right there, this whitest part of your nail sometimes gets forgotten about. So that's all. I think they look good. I don't think that you need to do a lot of work there, but if you want to take a close look at it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I might try to take a Q-tip and separate it a little bit.
Yeah, good idea, good idea. Also, don't be afraid to take the firm brush at this point and dust off any debris so you can really see in there too if you want to.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try doing that.
Yeah. Take your time.
Mess around. Okay. So I just kind of like.
Yeah, just dust it off. You can use a lot of pressure too. Just don't be afraid because that activator is, it just hardens it up like a rock. You're not gonna hurt it.
That's good.
I mean, be careful of your skin, obviously.
Well,
Don't abuse yourself, but I think it looks good, personally.
Yeah.
If you want to get in there and shape some more, I'm also supportive of that. I'm not gonna let you go crazy. I would recommend taking the 100 side and running it right there where you're running the toothpick, just right around your cuticle, just to make sure there's no uneven.
Wait, what do you mean?
So like,
Wait.
just take it like right around your cuticle, just to make sure, because if you like feel it, you can kind of feel a little edge there. So you just want to like take that and like kind of smooth it out. I don't want to do it because I don't want to hurt your skin. But
you're fine.
Also, if you can't like get in there with the thick files,
I think that's probably gonna work.
you can use the metal file around your cuticle. It's like, that's probably like a 400 grit. I don't know what it actually is, but it's way gentler on everything, on your nails, on your skin. But you can get in there really close also and make sure that you get a nice little smooth edge.
It's like I know the smooth edge you're talking about. I'm just like,
I think that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, so I'm gonna take this.
Move your hand up there more. Amazon or some shit. And then once you have it like filed on the sides where you want it to be, I would take the other file, the 200, 400, or 240, 400 grit file, and just buff the top real lightly just to get it kind of smooth. You can feel on the file which side is more coarse and finer. This is the more coarse side. I would take the more coarse side first and just try and just buff it. The whole thing.
Is this buffing? Or is like it? I don't really know.
I would just do this over the whole nail.
Okay.
And you can like turn it side to side to get like the sides and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be perfect either because we're going to go in with the buffer block right afterwards. Just to... And the reason I like these for pre-buffing is because they just kind of, you can get into the edges better than you can with a buffer block. Like I feel like a buffer block only does like the top, while this you can get all of the edges and all of the like nooks and crannies, and you could just use a buffer block if that's what you wanted to do, but
I like this idea better. It's like,
you're fine.
It adds more detail.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's all about the details. I
it's
think
probably
that's pretty good. Yeah. So you can take a buffer block, a polar block that's right there, and just hit it real quick. Just skip on the whole nail. Probably don't need to do much buffing. If you just run your finger over it and just feel how smooth it is, you can kind of see if and where you may need to do a little more buffing.
Good call.
Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. The great thing about Virgo and Gem top coat is it's self-leveling, so it will kind of like hide any imperfections you may have missed.
That's nice.
It is really nice.
I didn't know that was an intentional feature, like the
self-leveling.
Because I know that some like top coats do that and some don't.
It's a fantastic feature.
Okay.
So then you can move on to your next nail. Yep, exactly the same thing you just did. I always make sure I do the top first, personally. That's just me.
Like this?
Yep, exactly what you're doing.
I don't know if you meant like top or...
Oh, yeah, it's confusing. I don't know. The free edge is what people call it. Sorry, the free edge.
Which free edge?
Yeah, because there's nothing against this edge. It's the free edge.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. But I call it the top because I'm dumb.
I don't know. I guess I think of it as the end. It doesn't really matter though.
Right. The tip. It's the tip of your nail.
No, that's totally what it is. Tip or end.
I don't know. There's words, lots of words.
There's many different words that you could use to describe the end of the nail.
It's true, and it's hard sometimes to think of them, especially while you're recording. Cause I mean, you know, I say dumb shit all the time, so. Good. You're filing real good.
Thank you.
Some real good filing.
Good filing. I put a filter over my hands to make them look less veiny and blotchy. Malnourished. Okay.
I don't know how to do that. So
you don't know how to do that, boss?
No, just eat some more vitamins. I don't know.
Just eat more vitamins.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's probably okay, honestly.
Okay, did you get around the cuticle?
Oh, I take this.
You can use either one. Personally, myself, I like to use the 180 side first right around my cuticle, or the metal file.
I like the metal file.
You can use the metal file too.
Smallest.
It's smaller, you can get in there. It's also, it's more gentle for your skin too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my skin is just at this point after 3 years used to taking a beating, so I can go in there with the file, especially a brand new file is sharp and they are dangerous because they will cut you. I've cut myself many a time. While the metal file is not going to cut you. It's just not. It's fantastic. If you don't have a metal file, get a metal file. A lot of people rave about the glass files. I hate them. They're too thick. They are fine. It's fine, whatever. But I also don't like glass. I don't like the feeling of glass or the sound. I just don't like it at all.
I don't like the glass ones either. Like, I mean, I get why people like them, I guess, because they're very gentle.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. They break so easily, and they like. I don't know. The metal ones feel more correct. It feels like a tool.
It does feel like a tool, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing a job, so you need tools.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now you can use the buffer file. We're gonna call that the buffer file because it is.
Yeah.
That's essentially what
The
it is.
purple one.
Use the more coarse side and yeah, get your whole nail. Stay in the shot.
No, you're good. I'm just like so bad about remembering.
Okay. It's your like first time doing your nails, and also you're recording the first time.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Ooh, these are gonna
Big
be
day
so
for me.
cute though.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
If you need to bounce back over to the middle file, it's totally fine.
I'm just like there's like a piece of cuticle that could easily be removed like toothpick, but it's not a huge priority. It's just bothering me. You can cut that part out, by the way. I don't know. It's just like
Just
there you go.
there you go.
That's all. It's not a huge deal.
Your room is so clean. I love it. I love a clean room.
I also love it.
It just feels good.
It does. I'm gonna try to like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cause I don't know.
Running I don't know if you have, I don't know if I mentioned it, but running the buffer side along your free edge, just to make sure you don't have any nail that's jagged, like actually along your free edge just one time. Because, the other one is pretty rough, so it might leave like it a little jagged, and that one will make sure that it's nice and smooth so you don't have to worry about it. It's a good idea.
Also, like, for like, to try to make it a little bit like smoother down, I guess. Is that like a thing that can be
Let me
done?
see.
Just like a little bit. Like I did it with this.
Is
one.
it lumpy?
Well, I mean, it's just like
Coming up a little bit?
yeah.
Yeah, you can use, just keep keep buffing it
Yeah, that's what.
in the camera.
There's no reference.
Oh, we can move the jar back in there. There's your reference.
It's funny.
There's the reference. I don't know what I'm doing.
I have no way of knowing where I'm supposed to be.
middle right side. That's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's no jar. I have no way of knowing.
How do you expect me to know it? What the fuck?
It's like I heard you say earlier, like, you have to make a list. Like, Rachel, this is where this is.
Use the buffer blush. It's true, I don't know what I would do without your father. I literally, if anything happened to him, I'd be like, well, I've got a key to the house, but that's literally it. I don't know where anything is. He takes too good of care of me. I know that's ridiculous to say.
He enjoys it. Like, it's his choice. It's not like he's being forced to.
No, he wants to, but
exactly.
I'm also like, you're leaving me in a terrible situation if you ever leave me. I must die first.
It's funny.
Okay, use the nail brush to just dust off and make sure you've got all the edges and everything that you want to make sure you got. That's great. You did good. Good job. Move up a little bit more. There you go.
I heard someone say once, like, that you shouldn't go back and forth, like, or like, because your nails, like, I don't know, the way that they're made, I guess, is like cross-hatched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true. You should not go back and forth on your naked nail. But when you have dip powder,
Yeah, it was a dip powder.
protects your nail. Because when you go back and forth on your naked nail, it like causes little like cracks, which is gonna cause you to your nail to split, and then it's going to cause them to break, and it's just not good. It's not good. I would never recommend that on your natural nail. I also would not recommend this coarse of file on your natural nail at all. Like the 240, 400, like probably only the 400 side on your natural nail.
Okay.
Would be like the best thing to use, because it's gentle and it will take forever to file your nails. But if you have natural nails, why do you need to file your nails that much? Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Natural nails without gel or acrylics or dip powder, nothing are not gonna like grow to the length that your nails can grow to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why would you need a 100, 180 grit file? You just wouldn't.
Yeah, it's probably like for stuff like this.
Exactly, precisely. Some good shaping.
Thank you. Honestly, that is pretty good shape.
It is a good shape.
It's consistent. Consistent shape.
Consistent.
It's good. That's what we want.
Well, and it looks shaped. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just look like it just grew like this. It looks manicured. It looks good. Okay.
What is...
Go ahead and use the metal file around your cuticle, and then the buffer file. Move your hand up a little more.
Wait, let's use the purple one next.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like thumbs are the easiest nails.
True.
Because they're so big.
They're big and like you can go like this and
Yeah,
it's like a
can
little
just, like,
table.
See it. Yeah, exactly.
This is unnecessary, so I'm doing it off the shot. But like, I don't know. Like when I do it like this, like my hands are like cramping. Up.
Right, and you're like,
They're, like
don't,
locking and
don't,
shit.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. It's true. Purple file.
It's this one.
Yes. And this is exactly why you put clear dips over. I put clear dip over every powder period to protect the pigment of the powder, but especially glitter dips, you always want to make sure you put a clear dip over so that it protects your glitters.
This is what I want, like for it to go like from this to this. Do you see what I mean? Like that's what I'm doing when I go like that.
Oh yeah, to be like a more smooth.
Yeah, so it doesn't like look like there's
dip powder
acrylic on your nail.
Yeah, for sure, I get it.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's nowhere near where it's supposed to be. Wow. It's like it looks like it's basically done. But I still feel it. I don't know. I'm still
Use the buffer block.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just get the whole nail. good to me.
I think so too. Even though this is flat on top.
Alright.
And then this thing.
Yes. They look so good.
Right? These are turning out better than I thought they were going to.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
But they last too.
Yeah, true. Like the dip powders last forever. Because usually when I do my nails here, or if I'm doing it myself, I do the gel with the UV light, because that's pretty easy. I mean, this is definitely a lot easier. I mean, there's...
Than you thought it was going to be?
There's techniques, but it's not
for
that
sure.
hard. Okay.
Okay, so now that we're at this point, I'm gonna have you go wash your hands again, just so we can do top coat and not worry about any debris.
Okay, good.
Okay, go wash your hands downstairs with the Dawn soap, because the Dawn soap will make sure, if you use any other soap, it might be like oily. Okay. Now we've gone to top coat. Okay, so top coat is fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep that in the middle just so you know, have a point of reference. So you just want to be next to it. It's perfect actually where your hand is right now. Okay, so those two little squares that are right there next to you, those are what we call lint-free wipes. You're gonna want to use just one for this hand. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the activator and the top coat, move them close to you so you know where they are. Okay, so we're gonna take the activator, we're gonna put the activator all over your hands on every single finger, right? Then we're gonna set a timer for 2 minutes, let it set. After 2 minutes, we're gonna wipe it with the lint-free wipe, and then we're gonna do top coat. Okay. Activator! And slop it, just like you did before. You kind of want to move quickly on this part, just because everything is timed. You don't want to take too much time putting it on, because then that's been 4 minutes, and you know what I mean. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like this stuff is basically alcohol.
It kind of seems like it, right?
Yeah, so...
I don't know what the chemical makeup is. I probably could look up the ingredients, but...
But it being like a liquid instead of like a paint.
All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right. Okay, wipe with the lint-free wipe. Just make sure you get all of like your sidewalls, all the edges around the cuticle, but you're also trying to move kind of quickly. Okay, So as far as, okay, we want to keep this right here. It's fine. So as far as top coat goes, you want to kind of make sure that there's a good amount of top coat on the brush, but not like so much that it's just going to like flood everywhere. Okay? Go ahead and take the brush. Also, like the way you brush it on kind of matters too, but I'll help you with that. So just go ahead and brush it and I'll let you know. Yep, that's actually perfect. I feel like some people might use the tip of the brush, but you want to make sure you get the whole flat end of the brush on there, because if you use the tip, it's going to cause streaks. Okay, so you only want to do like 3 passes on your first nail. Go to the next nail. Wait, wipe it off.
With this?
Yes, wipe it off on what you did that. Get some more top coat. Go to the next nail. You want to try and do your nail in 3 passes. Sorry, I was like telling too many things at once.
Good. 1,
2, 3. That's exactly how I do it too. It's like 1 down the middle and then 1 on each side. Wipe it off. And then that's so it doesn't harden your brush up when you go in there, or harden up the top coat, because it gets activator into the bottle. Middle finger. 1 down the middle. And then 1 on each side. Perfect. Wipe it off. Oh, perfect. Oh, hopefully they were able to see that. I was like looking at what you were doing and not looking at the camera.
Should probably be more.
Why are you bouncing so much?
Because that's how I do it.
Okay. Wipe it off.
That part's intentional. It looks like I'm shaking, but I'm not. It's just
Up, up, up. Move your hand up. Okay, wipe off. And then you want to do 1 more pass. If you look at your thumb right now, it looks like it's a little like wavy, not quite perfect. Do you see that? Do 1 more pass of top coat. You can take a little more time, like now.
okay.
You can take a little more time doing it. Like if you need to do more than 3 passes, that's fine. Like the first one you want to do 3 passes on, the second time you can take a little more time to do it. You don't want to take too much time because the top coat will start to harden on the brush if it's out of the bottle for too long. But like what you just did, fine. And you don't need to wipe it off the second time. You can, you don't need to. I find you don't need to. I don't know if you can tell what I mean by self-leveling, but like any like lines you might see in the top coat kind of like soften themselves out.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's easier to tell on colors that aren't so like clear. You know what I mean? Like this color is really, really forgiving, which is great.
It is,
For a first time for you doing a mani, it's the perfect color to choose. All right, and so then you just, let it set for probably like 2 minutes, and then you would do some cuticle oil, and that is that. Yeah. Look how pretty. All right, guys, we will be back with a picture. So what did you guys think of this video? Did you like this video? I really hope that you liked this video. I thought, what a better way to like basically do your nails with me than to watch me instruct another person on how to do them. Hopefully it was super helpful for you guys. Hopefully you really liked it. And if you did like it, maybe in the future I can walk other people through doing their nails that I know. I don't know. I don't have a lot of friends, so I don't know if I know a lot of people that aren't already doing their nails, but I could try. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you have a question or a comment, go ahead and leave it down below. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, that is all I have for you this week, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye! Do you guys like my shirt? Who watched The Walking Dead? I watched The Walking Dead until a certain something happened, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it yet, but a certain somebody died. I'm not going to tell you who, but like a lot of people died in that show, but a certain somebody died, and when he so horribly died, I was like, that's it. I'm done watching this show. I can't fucking watch this show anymore. This is bullshit. This is like 3-day dirty hair. Lips. Do you want to talk about my lips? Let's talk about my lips. I've really not been feeling putting anything on my lips lately. I don't know why. I just really haven't been feeling wearing lip stuff. But today I did because these lashes fucking asked for it. So what I have on is the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in the shade 20. And then I have this Winky Lux lip gloss in Sugar Glaze. I'm not sure Winky Lux makes this lip gloss specifically anymore. I love Winky Lux's lip glosses though, and you can get them at Target, and they're not very expensive, and they feel really comfortable on. It's like probably my favorite lip gloss that I've ever tried, because I hate that like really sticky, when you're like wearing lip gloss and it's like super sticky and you're like ugh, and like your hair is sticking to it. It's so gross. Like I hate that so much. But this is so lightweight and so feels good on your lips, and I 100% recommend Winky Lux lip glosses. Guys, it is my husband's birthday, so I am gonna get out of here. Okay, happy birthday, Capricorn!